I'm Jorge Fernandez, Team CrossFit Games Athlete Champion, and I'm going individual this year to the CrossFit Games.
Nice bet. Did you make it just for us?
I did, yeah.
Nice. You always make your bed?
No, yeah, every morning.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like a part of the routine.
Yeah. So what is the morning routine?
So I wake up, get ready, do my bed first, and then just wash my face, brush my teeth, and then I'll come in, read a chapter of the Bible, and then do my breakfast, which is the best part of my morning because I feel like I'm super hungry when I wake up. From Del Rio, Texas. It's a small border town that borders Texas and Mexico. I grew up there all my life and then went to San Diego for college baseball. Then my senior year, 2 weeks before the draft, I tore my UCL, which is a ligament that runs in the elbow, and just got a cortisone shot to finish my senior year. And then right when that was done, I retired. I'll take a look at the workout. Most people like to text me at night asking me what I have, and I hate looking at it at night, just because I think about it all night. 3 eggs, don't mind the paper plates.
Save some dishes.
Yeah, dishes is the worst thing ever. But right? And I feel like when I don't have these paper plates, I'm doing more dishes than I work out. I have a nutritionist and she gives me numbers. So I have this little cheat sheet right here. So it's like all my food with all the pre-workout, post-workout, lunch, second session and post-second session, and then my dinner. But it's literally the same thing every day just because it makes it easy. Once I retired, I was kind of sitting at home depressed, and I sat there for like 4 to 5 months. I didn't know what to do. It was like the first time I didn't have sports, or my friends all got drafted. And so I was walking around downtown San Diego and I walked into CrossFit Invictus, and I saw banners. They were holding up like trophies, and now I know who they were. It was like Lauren Fisher, Rasmus Anderson, Josh Bridges, all these people. And so when I looked up, I was like, oh, this looks cool. Like they're holding up trophies. I don't know what it is, but I want to do that, right? So I joined a week free. At that time, I didn't have very much money, so I just joined the free membership for a week, and I loved it. There was actually a coach, Bryce Smith, who was like, you're pretty good at this. Maybe you should try to just join the classes and see where it goes from here. I went back and then just joined group classes and fell in love with CrossFit. I actually made a Team Invictus team, and the first year we ended up taking like a 17th. Then the next year we ran a different team where it was me, Devin, Josh, and Britt, and we took 3rd place that year. And so right after that, we decided, hey, we want to come back and try to win it. So then we went back that next year, the 3rd year where we won it. I've been a huge fan of Rich and everything he's done here. It was a competition in Sardinia, Italy, and he took his family for a vacation and just to kind of train. And between competing, we would go back to the hotel, and I'd get to spend some time with Rich, and we were like at the swimming pool, and we were just kind of hanging out and stuff. So we started talking, we became good friends, and then he's like, hey, if you ever want to come visit Cookville, come visit. So for sure I took him up on the offer and was like, I came here, I was supposed to come 1 week and I ended up staying 2 weeks. So I did like the performance class, and then I ended up staying a week to just train with Rich and get to know him. And I knew that making the transition from team to individual would take something a little more in my programming, and Mayhem had what I wanted. So I ended up texting Rich, was like, hey, can I come? And yeah, he welcomed me with open arms, and so did everyone else. So it's been pretty good here, pretty fun. Every morning I get reminded from my good friend Guy how strong he is. I have to drink my beets out of this. So he made sure to write 400 pounds on it. Beetroot powder. I'm not sponsored by them, but they want to sponsor me.
That's what made you a games athlete right there, huh?
Yeah. I started taking it this year, honestly. Honestly, like 5 months ago I started taking it, so maybe. Oh, that's good. So I'm in 1 Corinthians right now. So I just kind of go 1 chapter a day in the New Testament. and just write down like one meaningful thing or quote or scripture. And then yeah, just kind of reminds me every morning what the real purpose is, and then go on about my day. Yep. Even though I sweat a lot and it comes off. Yeah, so I'm going here, 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 here.
Last year was a tough year for me. It was new programming, new place. I moved my entire life across the country. I understand the process. Like, there's ups and downs, and I learn more from the losses and the failures than the gains. So I understand, like, with anything, if you have a goal set in mind, you'll hit it. Just don't quit. When we first heard about all this stuff, like when it came out at the beginning of the year, Dom and I my coach, we talked about it, and we knew you could get lost in qualifiers, but at the end of the day, like, you can't really pass up the chances. So once like it started with the Open. It just like didn't stop. So it was like the Open, and then we ended up doing the Mayhem Classic, and then after that it was like the online semi. And so I also mixed in a little WFP in there, so it was kind of a lot for me. I qualified for Syndicate and I got an invite for NorCal, and so I kind of sat Dom down and I was like, hey, look, I feel really burnt out right now. I think the best thing to do would be rest and not go to Syndicate and just put all my eggs into NorCal. We'll get 3 good weeks of training, I'll get to recover. And he agreed. Like, he kind of saw me where I was not competing to my full potential. So that, I think, was the best decision we made. I went to NorCal, and then I ended up feeling really, really good out there. Took 2nd place, so now I get to go to the CrossFit Games and compete against the best, so I'm super stoked.
That was dirty. That was real dirty.
You're wet.
It was hot. Those hills felt like they were really steep today, more than usual. Dang. I feel like I'm getting used to the heat though. Like the last couple of weeks doing that.
Yeah.
It didn't feel as bad, I just sweat a lot.
How many miles you do?
6.5. See, between 5 and 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.5. That was nice. Gotta go get the secret stuff. You want some secret stuff?
Maybe.
All right. Dang, that was good. Here you go, guys. Elixir shots. 1 for you, 1 for you.
Thank you.
This will help with our immune systems. It's got turmeric in it. Healthy ingredients. Cheers. Running hard, keeping up with me. Cheers, boys. Ah, has a little kick to it. Clears the throat.
Yeah, a little spicy.
Woo! That's the good stuff. It's like 10 tries to get the right marker. Oh, that's a good one.
Ever since coming here, like, I've had very, very good coaches. Like, I mean, Dom is my coach now. Facundo helped me a bunch. Rich jumps in and helps me a lot. So I'm getting a lot of really good insight. So now, like, Dom broke me down on everything that I need to fix. And so I've gone back to the fundamentals on things, rope climbs, muscle ups, things like this. And then I've improved those things, and it does get very tedious and boring at times, but I notice it in competition where I'm like, oh wow, this feels a lot different. I feel a lot better. So I've definitely broken down a lot of those weaknesses, and I've been hammering them like crazy. I've also been doing a lot of aerobic and slow work. I'm a very powerful athlete, so I like power output stuff, where I didn't used to train that. So now I'm kind of slowing things down and moving at a good steady pace. And I think the past year and a half, I've done a lot more aerobic stuff and broken down my weaknesses and trained those things.
After semis last year, I think he took a couple weeks off, and then he just kind of approached me and was like, hey, I want to take a different approach this year. And then we sat in the conference room in the back, And I kind of just told him basically he's got to like let go of a lot of the ways he's thought about training in the past. We would probably say in the space like a little on the older end of athletes. Like most of the guys that are killing it right now are between like 21 and 26, and he just turned 30. But in terms of like CrossFit age and how long he's been doing the sport, he's actually pretty young. So I've been doing CrossFit competitively for like 4-ish years. It's been cool to see. You know what I would say the most is like, it's been cool to see someone who kind of came to me and was just like, hey, I want to trust the way you do things. And not that there hasn't been moments of like, hey, I feel like this is missing or this isn't what I need to do. But more, I would say like 95% of the time, it's just like what's written is done. And I think there's something to that. Like when you trust a program, you have buy-in, and I think a lot of things in your life change. You can just freely do that and let the results fall where they fall. And I think that really helped him kind of just transform who he is as an athlete. It's pretty clear to see just how much he's improved just because he trusts the program.
Yeah, he used to be your training partner, right?
He used to be my training partner.
What happened to him?
His stuff is totally what I don't need. He doesn't need pulling and aerobic work, and I need that, so I left him, and he gets mad at me sometimes. Like yesterday, he's like, bro, you don't train with me no more. And I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. He's like, train with me. I'm like, no. And then he goes, you have one shot. And he plays the Eminem song. He's like, one opportunity. Almost there. We got one more if he scratches the last piece. But I feel pretty good. I thought I was going to feel a lot more worn out. This is the best one right now, baby. Yeah, this is definitely, it's nice that he does it with me. Like, he obviously doesn't have to be doing this kind of work because he's good at rope climbs and stuff, but he's always willing to help me with my rope climbs and such. So my best friend here doing the workout. Those bitches. The biggest thing here being in Cookville was I found Jesus, which was the biggest win. Now I know like the bigger reason and what I'm using my platform for, and that's like reaching others and how to help others and glorify his name. And now I just like, that's been like the biggest thing, like finding my why, you know, as an individual. When it comes to like on paper, I would say I want to try to get top 10. But my biggest goal now is just to, like I said, glorify Jesus and also inspire others. Like, you can do anything that you put your mind to, and just if you do it the right way, if you be patient, if you just like ride the ups and downs and don't get too emotional on the highs, too emotional on the downs. So I would say like the biggest thing for this CrossFit Games is 1, to glorify his name, and 2, to inspire others that you can do it. And there's always going to be people that say, oh, he can't do it or this, that, and like just ignore that, put your head down and work, and you'll get there. That was good. Thanks, Poppy. That was a good one. Yeah. Hold on. Here, buddy. Here, buddy. You know how they say their dog looks like their owner?
Yeah.
Doesn't this look like Guy? Watch him do athletic stuff like Guy. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Just like Guy. Maybe he'll scratch the last workout. Cancel practice. Yeah, he'll cancel practice. See, he had a meeting and he still decided to train with me.
Oh, that's a bro.
That's a bro right there. That's a bro. Let's go ask Coach if we're done or not. Coach Dom, are we done? He said yes. Oh man, that was a good day. I don't know, it's cool though. It's cool to like you always kind of like dream of stuff like this, like just like day in the lives and stuff like that, and like it's just cool for it to kind of unfold.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like I'm nobody, right? Like it's just sport, but it's still cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to get wrapped up in all the stuff, all the cool stuff. I have a bracelet that I wear every day. Matthew 23:12.
For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. So I try to live by that. So just finishing off with some light biking, and that's pretty much what I do every single day. A little more volume nowadays up to games, so just finish this month off strong and we'll see you at games. Let's go, baby. Bye.